If we don't get the Vikings, we've lost.
Minneapolis tried to prove that tonight, that Arden Hills is not the only spot for a new Vikings stadium. Backers of the 3 stadium site options in Minneapolis say they'll move forward with or without Viking support.
5 Eyewitness News reporter Nick Winkler is live now in Minneapolis with how these options stack up to the option at Arden Hills. Nick?
Well, 2 stadium plans faced off tonight, and for the first time we got a chance to see the Basilica plan, which calls for a stadium to be built right out here in this area. We also got some new detail on what a stadium might look like out at the farmers market site. But the problem is, the Vikings are not listening. It's a downtown stadium duel being fought with fancy graphics and computer animations.
We think it's an ideal site.
Option 1, the farmers market site.
Determining what it's going to cost is a matter of months.
But Chuck Lear says it can be built cheaper than Arden Hills. The site preserves the farmers market, makes room for tailgating, has a light rail connection, and Highline Bridge to Target Plaza.
Now, the football stadium is only there for 10 days a year. So it becomes even more important with a stadium that it be more than a stadium.
And that's what we want to think about Minneapolis.
Option 2, the Basilica or Linden Avenue site.
Price comes from the state.
Mick Johnson says a park in front of the stadium will draw people year-round. It includes room for tailgating, a skyline view from inside the stadium, and retail and restaurants nearby.
We're doing it because we want to help the state make the right decisions and to make it possible for this to work in the right way for the Vikings.
Option 3 is the Metrodome, but no one showed up to discuss it. Governor Dayton wants the stadium decision made soon. Since the Vikings were not even here to listen, is Minneapolis really a viable option without cost estimates?
I'm a real estate developer, okay? I've come from way back before.
Can you do it this time?
Well, I don't think we're in the 2-minute drill yet.
And it may be early next year before we find out what either of those 2 options might cost. As for that meeting tonight, a little discrepancy. The Vikings say they were not invited. Business leaders say they were. Live in Minneapolis, Nick Winkler, 5 Eyewitness News.
But listen to this. This morning, Ramsey County unanimously approved buying 430 acres in Arden Hills for a Viking stadium. But it's not paying for it. The deal does not allow the use of local property tax money or local sales tax. Instead, the state has to come up with the $28.5 million to buy it, and it's contingent on a deal getting done. County commissioners say this is a significant step to building a new Viking stadium.